For investors, by investors. You're listening to the only show on the planet for real estate investors, wholesalers, rehabbers, landlords, private lenders, cash buyers, fix and flippers. This is Real Estate-preneurs. We had nicknames, didn't we?
We did.
It's been so long since we recorded that I don't even know. Nate, what was Nate Doggy Dog, was it?
Yeah,
Nate Doggy Dog.
Yeah, that's an easy one.
And Dr. J.
Yeah, that's right. Dr. JR.
That's it. What's up, brother?
Not much, man. Excited about 2020. I'm excited for the new year. We did a bunch of big plan at the end of 2019. And, it's amazing what you can come up with when you get away from the computer. I spent time just mapping out what I really want and where we're going. And it's exciting, man. So it got super clear on that. So I'm ready for 2020. It's going to be a great year.
So by the time people are hearing this, it's like March, just so we know.
That's true. Sure.
Nate's not used to the time warp.
Should we tune it back?
No. But I find it interesting that you're like a 40-year-old man and you're saying that you figured out what you want. I mean, what the hell have you been doing for the last 4 decades?
Hey, man, why are you aging me? At the recording of this podcast, I'm 39.
Okay.
By the time people are hearing it, I'll be 40.
It's the future. I'm talking to future you.
Yeah, man, you know how it is as entrepreneurs and even real estate-preneurs, entrepreneurs. It's just there's so much going on and you shift and you move. And we're always wondering, kind of changing habits, changing things. And it's just the way it is. But I finally figured it out for this year.
What is it?
Oh, man, get back into consulting. Start doing some more consulting, which I'm excited about. We've got some partnerships that we've got going on as well, which I'm excited about, really. Tapping in, leveraging my expertise at a much, much higher level. Putting my knowledge out there to help more people have a bigger impact.
Oh, so this is leverage and legacy.
Leverage and legacy. Man, stop being so selfish. I'm done. I'm not going to be so selfish with my knowledge anymore. So,
yeah.
But anyways.
I mean, that's exciting that you figured it. I mean, but it changes, doesn't it? I mean, I would have asked you last year, you'd say consulting, F that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. It'll be different in 2021. I got the plan. The plan's mapped. It's ready to go.
Yeah. And you're leaving, or you may be leaving. Are you definitely leaving, or is it a maybe that you're getting out of California?
You know what? I don't know. It's still a maybe. It's the probability is like 98% leaving.
Wow.
2% not. But you never know what'll happen. I mean, I think it gets out there, and if we like the area, I know we like the people all within a 3-hour driving range. So
all of the people within 3 hours, you must really love that place.
Not all the people.
Oh.
Certain people. I'm like, maybe we can get to the point where we can do these things in studio, right?
Right. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Bring in guests.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. We're flying out. We're checking it out. Meeting with myself and the family are flying out. We got all the important stuff set aside. We're going to check out some schools. I've contacted the competitive soccer league, the football league. So we're checking all that out. They've got games and practices going on. Make sure my kids get integrated quick if we decide to move that way. Make sure see what that scene's like, since they do a ton of sports out here. That's
one thing that Cupcake and I were wondering about. What about the kids? Like, are they on board with this, or you guys kind of just like surprise them, or how's that work?
You know what? The last time when we moved to San Diego, it was like, we're going. There wasn't really any like involvement in kind of their front because they were younger. But now they're old enough, and we're having conversations about it, and we're getting their opinion, and we'll fly out, and we'll actually make it we're getting their opinions. They're excited. They seem excited. I think Caden, he's ready to roll. He's good. Lydia's hesitant. She struggled with the move out here, so we got to figure that out. And then we'll probably get out there, come back, take a family vote, see what it ends up. Hopefully it ends up 4-0, all for the same decision, whatever the decision is.
But they don't know the bylaws where your votes count as 3, right?
Yeah, they don't know. So I don't want to have to educate them just yet on that. So yeah, and then, it's interesting enough because they are old enough to be a part of that and figure out whether they want. And I think they like the idea of it. Lydia likes the fact that she'll be closer to Susan, my wife's aunt and uncle, who have a horse farm. So she likes the idea of being closer to them because she loves horses. So, we do have a horse barn picked out to go hang out for a couple of hours while we're there too. So
nice.
Let her see that. So
yeah, right. Butter her up.
She was young though. When we moved out here, it was easy. We got my son integrated everything with sports because that's what he loves doing. And he made a bunch of friends. Whereas Lydia, we didn't do, like, she kind of was just along for the ride. This time we've had the conversation. We got to get her integrated with the stuff that she loves doing right away, if we do make the move. So we'll see.
Good, man.
Decision will be made before you hear it.
Yeah. Tell me about this consulting thing. Is that what we're going to talk about today? Or are you getting out of your agency and going into consulting? What's happening?
Oh, no. Keep in the agency, man. You don't quit your day job. So, no, you know what? I just realized there's two different ways you can go with business. You can grow this real big business. And I think really what it came down to is you grow this big business agency world. There's a couple ways of going about it. You build a massive company and you go after these really big contracts. And I met with a guy, Judge, and was talking to him about they sold their agency for like 50 million or something like that. And just looking at the lifestyle that he talked about, how he had and how he was on a plane all the time. And, the desire to grow a big agency quickly left me.
Yeah.
Because to me, I enjoy being around my family. And I'm a homebody. Like, I don't want to be living my life on a plane and not being around, being involved and present while my family's hanging out, my kids are growing up. So I came to the realization of what the agency is. And to grow to the size that I want to grow, we just have to do it differently. So the consulting, now there's people who don't want to hire our agency, but they would love to just come spend a day and hang out and learn step by step and have access to my team to help them do the stuff. And they've got their own people that can implement it. So that's kind of what we're doing. And so, yeah, we're not getting rid of the agency, just kind of shifting kind of who we work with, taking on some partnerships, and helping people scale and grow and which is exciting. So no, we'll always have the agency.
And I hear info product. I think you got too many things going on. I'm like, this guy's got at least 8 businesses going right now. How many do you have going on right now? You got your agency. You're breaking out the education business, number 2.
Yeah, but it's ascension model, right? It all flows. The education is, it's all leveraged. So yeah, we did rebrand, but it's leverage. It's what we've done is the info product teaches. It's basically a product that people can buy and go learn it and go through the book, which you helped me put together. And they can learn through the training course, or that's really for us to reach more people. And then you come into consulting, we just work with you specifically to implement what you buy in that training product at a deeper level. And our agency does the exact same thing, right? So it's not really, to me, I don't look at it as, that's not 3 different businesses to me. That's one business with a couple different,
Wait, because I'm talking about, you got a supplement business going, right? There is a supplement business behind the scenes.
Yes, there is.
And there's a fitness business that might fit with that supplement business.
That's true. You're right. So we got a fitness company. Actually, we're launching out a one-on-one coaching with that. But I've got someone that runs that. So going back to what I really wanted is I want to become a great leader. And when we were talking, you asked, what changed? Like, I want to become a great leader and I want a good, amazing team of people. That's what I really want to build. Like, I've got a good team now. I've got a great team now, but I want to expand that team to about eight full-time in an office with me, just amazing people, rock stars, right? And then, because we can move faster and all that. But the fitness side, I have somebody, and to be a great leader, I can't be running day to day, right? So that's my goal, is become a great leader, have the right people, and just teach and help them grow and help them get better and help them thrive. And then we've got, which I'm doing in the military fit, I've got a guy who runs that side of the business, and we're launching out coaching with that and whatnot. So nutrition and fitness coaching, which is great. To me, I meet with him a couple of times a week and I'm leading that company, right? He's implementing. So it's a great fit. The nutrition, the supplement company, that's going to be a big one. But it's 3 of us, right? It's 3 of us that came together to do that, and we're leveraging each other's skills and strengths. Everyone's playing within their lane, and it's going well. So,
man, you got a lot going on. So what happens? Not that this is the topic that we're supposed to be talking about, but you have an office in San Diego now with team members. Are they coming with you if you leave?
No, all my team is virtual now.
Oh,
no, I'm the only one in San Diego.
I thought you were in an office already with people. Okay. All right.
No. Well, Military Fit is here. It's actually my brother-in-law, but he'll probably move back east. And then the rest of my team is East Coast.
Look at you. You're going back to your roots. Cool. So what are we supposed to be talking about? I'm like, we're giving people a 3-month-old talk. We're going out of style as we speak. So what can we say that?
Maybe we pump this one out sooner.
So I need to, right? Put it in front of everything.
Yeah, I mean, I think what's happening in the marketing space, I think, I want to come back to that. It's been a while. We've had some conversations. I think people, what can we talk about on that? We can talk about that piece of it. We can talk about...
You know what I want to talk about then, if we're going to, because this is something that I guess is kind of in tune with what we're already doing, is you and I met at a mastermind, and everything in that mastermind was like high ticket, higher ticket, highest ticket, high. And we drank the Kool-Aid. I don't know if you did. I drank the Kool-Aid. I kept raising my prices till nobody would buy anymore. And then wondered why I wasn't making money. And out there in the world, people think, I don't know if they're still saying high ticket or not. I know there was a while where that was all you heard, but you're going back to this idea of an ascension model, and I'm wondering why. What can our listeners learn from that?
The reason I'm doing it is models change consistently, and things that were amazing 10 years ago.
Not even 10 though, but like 2 years ago.
They're cyclical. And I remember 10 years ago, the reason I say 10 years ago is being in a mastermind, and the big product was a front end product, $27 on the front. And then you sold all that. People were cash flowing. 10 years ago, you could cash flow on that really easy.
Oh, on $27?
Yeah. Well, with an upsell funnel, right?
Okay. Right.
And then everybody kind of shifted over time. Then it's like everybody and their brother started building funnels. And then all of a sudden everyone started doing high ticket, right? What you talked about, high ticket this, high ticket that.
Well, pre that, I think webinar and then to high ticket, right? It was changing the sailing function, right?
Yeah, the sales function changed to webinars. Now everyone's screaming webinars are dead.
Yeah.
Webinars aren't dead, just the way that you run your webinar has changed, but people aren't willing to change. So I wanted a product that I could, on the front, I could run traffic to, I could grow our audience, I could get our message out there further, and still monetize traffic and still monetize what we do.
But I think the word you're using there is misleading, because you just said a word that these people will believe. The real estatepreneurs are going to be like, I can monetize that. And that's bullshit. It's liquidate at best.
Yeah, that's true. Liquidate. That's true. Right. And it's to liquidate our traffic, our ad spend, right? To be able to liquidate our ad spend. And then what I was getting ready to say was, unless you're a big company like Coca-Cola and all that stuff, and you're doing branding campaigns, you can't. Most people will go, hey, I want to go spend $100,000 and grow this business. I'm like, are you willing to lose it? No. Okay, then we need to figure out a way for you to collect some of it back, right? And you got to liquidate traffic. So that's our ways. I'm not in the business of just losing money. I haven't made it like that. So
I don't think you ever will. Who wants to just throw away money?
Yeah, so that's what we're doing. And I mean, I think the models have changed. And what I'm seeing now is there's a lot of free plus shipping offers, right? And it's actually one thing I kind of learned with what you're doing, your product, your book, which is a phenomenal book. It's not a free plus shipping. It's like, buy the book and I'll send it to you. And I think there's a psychological difference there.
Yeah, we're totally different position when you're not saying it's free plus ship. That's what everybody's saying, right? But it's still the same thing. You're moving it to a different column, but you're right. The psychology changes.
So the models have changed. And actually, interesting enough, I'm watching a lot of these guys that keep screaming about high ticket and are still coaching high ticket. Guess what they're selling?
I know who we're talking about. And I see the $7 offers and the $40 offer and the upsell on the back end. Yeah, I see that.
Right. And they're doing it. I mean, they've grown. There's companies and they're growing really fast because, there's some huge opportunity there. And it's so really 10 years ago, what I was watching and some of the stuff we were doing in the space is really full circle now, except what's happened over those years is there's more knowledge and there's more people that fully understand, oh, well, wait a minute, you can't just have this front piece. You have to have a back end.
You have to have a business.
You have to have a business. You can't just go sell things.
It's like a podcast. They think a podcast, people come to me, they think, oh yeah, I want to start a podcast because that's going to get me monetized. And that's my favorite word, monetized. I want to monetize my podcast. I'm like, so what are you selling? My podcast. I'm like, no, you dumbass. You need to have something for sale. And that's the same thing you're saying. Yeah. Sure, you can have a great checklist that you sell for $7. What's behind that? Or else you're going to die broke. That's not enough. You need an actual business.
Yeah, you need a business, but more importantly, you got to be able to get results. So I got out, I used to sell a bunch of education stuff based on real estate investing, right? So I used to wholesale a bunch of properties and I created products on how to do the same thing. We did private money deals. So we created a product on how we did that. And then I got out of the business and started just we've evolved. I've talked about on previous episodes how I've evolved over time. And I'm coming back into the education space, teaching a different angle, a different thing. But we're getting consistent results on that on a daily basis. And we know what we do works, and we move so fast and adapt with the digital marketing space for our clients and the real estate space that it's like, we're moving so fast that you got to have a business, but you got to have a product or a service or a way of solving a problem and getting a result, because there's a lot of people who I want to start selling stuff online. Well, what do you do? Well, I'm an agency. Do you have any clients? No, but I took this course. And then they come into a group and go, hey, I just landed a client and they paid me $5,000 and I got to help them with Facebook ads. Can anyone help me?
Yeah.
Figure out how to do Facebook ads?
Man, kudos to them for selling.
Kudos to them for selling. And I mean, you got to get out there and just do it. But at the same time, it's short-lived if you're not getting the results. There's a lot of people who are out there doing things, but there's very few masters.
Yeah.
And toot my own horn, but I feel like over the years, I've spent a lot of time mastering my craft, and I'm far from a master, but I've spent a lot of time mastering it,
I'll give you a testimonial on the air right here. First of all, if you're thinking of doing this ad stuff yourself, don't. You're dumb. That's a stupid idea. You're going to hate your life if you do, because I remember doing that. And if you hire the wrong agency, you're going to hate your life and be out 25 grand at least. And I can save you all that trouble. Just hire Nate. Nate, the new company now should be launched, Marketing Rebels. Is that right?
Marketing Rebels, rebranded, marketingrebels.com. We are live. We turn companies into market leaders.
Yeah, by doing it's just those subtle shifts, right? It's that little thing where everybody else is doing free plus shipping. We're just doing, the book is $4.99 here, $9.99 on Amazon. Do simple math. Like, people are not dumb. Right. So you got to hit them from different angles. And that's the stuff that's what I love about you guys, is you're always exploring, and you have a bunch of accounts to look at. So when you see things changing, you can figure out what's going on. When we're doing it on our own, we're kind of in a black hole. We don't really know what's happening.
Well, that, and you start looking at everyone else's stuff, right? And you start looking at everyone else's stuff and you're like, oh, that must work. They're doing it. If you look at somebody's stuff and you see it, come back in 30 days and see if they're still doing it.
That's how you know, right? How long has this campaign been running? Oh, that one must be working.
Yeah, that one's going, right? So you can only see the front, and then you just get so confused. Then you get shiny object syndrome, and it's just it's a downward spiral at that point when people start looking at everyone else's stuff, trying to figure it out. If you just find someone and say, hey, man, what's working? Like you said, we spend well over $1 million a year in ads just on the local front, and there's a lot going on, and we don't spend, we manage, right? It's not all ours. We're seeing things move at a rapid pace that you can make shifts and whatnot. Whereas a lot of people just go, oh, well, I saw that guy run an ad. I liked his ad. I'm going to go do that.
I'm going to try that ad.
You might just be running the wrong ad, and you might be just burning your cash.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Oh man. So lots of good stuff coming up. I think we're close to, we're right at 20 minutes on this one. So hire Nate. What was the point of this episode? Hire Nate. Nate's moving to Florida, and he's got like 10 companies, and he's making me look bad. He's making me look bad now. I'm going to have to actually put in work this year.
Look at you, man. You don't need to put in work. You just got to keep doing what you're doing because it's working.
Yeah. Cool. So we don't know what's coming up next time, but we're glad that you were here this time, real estatepreneurs. You want to say goodbye to the people, Nate?
Hey, I appreciate y'all listening. Thanks so much for tuning in. And find us online, realestatepreneurs.com. You can connect with us. You can hit up, go follow Jonathan on his Instagram. Come follow me on mine. Check us out. Send us questions. You guys got questions about things that are going on, or questions about marketing, questions about real estate, pop them in here, man, and let us know so we can make and shift and tune this around what you want to learn and where you want to grow.
Realestatepreneurs.com. That's our hub, isn't it?
Yes.
That's where you find everything. That's where the magic happens. All right. That's it for this time. We'll be back in your earbuds next time. Thank you for tuning in.
This is thepodcastfactory.com.